Alright, hello everyone. Today we're doing a tutorial on how to get to your next rank in Apex Legends by giving a tip for every single one of the ranks in Apex Legends. Because I've basically been in every single one of them. So for rookie players, this is basically the new player rank, and so there really isn't a tip because you're just going to be learning the game. That's basically the main thing about rookie is you learn the game, you're trying to get to the next ranks, and you don't lose any points along the way. And so it is literally just casual games. You just play to have some fun. So I guess if anything, you're probably going to be learning how ranked works. And so you do really want to take notes of after you finish a game, where you're getting your points from. So are you getting it from getting kills? Are you getting it from getting placement? How are you actually getting them points? So next up is bronze. So for this rank, you really want to start learning the actual gameplay features. So like obviously Battle Royale, how it actually works, the looting mechanics, the different characters that you can, probably come against, how, the ring works as well, because, you need to rotate and stuff. And so that's the kind of rank where you start going, right, okay, this is how this stuff works. You still don't lose RP, so you're still kind of breezing along and trying to just, get to the next rank. So it is very much casual games, but you kind of want to start actually learning some of them, core gameplay features. As for silver, you really want to start thinking about how you're going to be rotating into the next circle, because at this rank, you start losing points. So that is definitely one of the major things, is how are you going to get into circle, because that's one of the big things is placement. And to get placement, you need to rotate. And so how are you going to do that? Are you going to use a specific character to do that? Or are you going to plan your route there by using a controller character or the skirmisher character? And you also want to be better at your 1v1s as well, because that's ultimately the deciding factor of whether you're going to win a fight. Can you win your 1v1s? Can you do it a lot? Because if you can, then you're going to be doing multiple 1v1s in one fight. And so you might win the fight overall. For gold, basically the biggest thing for gold is that it takes a while because you're losing a lot more points. This is probably the biggest jump from one rank to another so far, because the amount of points that you lose is actually pretty drastic for if you just simply going out to get kills, and that's practically it. You actually need to start thinking, right, hold on, I need to actually get some placement here so that I don't keep losing points. And I need to start getting some kills here, but I don't want to die. So how am I going to do this? This is the part where you really start thinking how you're going to continue playing, and that just basically comes with experience with the game. Now, when you're in Platinum, the biggest tip that I need to give you guys is communication. You need team communication. So whether that be you partner up with two other buddies and you are all communicating in one party, so that you guys can actually go, right, there's a person over there. Make sure you have really good comms. That's a big tip. Have good comms. There's a person here, he's low health, he's 50 HP, whatever you want to say, he's cracked. You want to make sure that you communicate as much as you can. And whether that be with your buddies or whether that be with the randoms, if you put yourself into game chat, whatever it is, you want to make sure that you're doing that. And as for Diamond, it's kind of like a step up from Platinum. They are pretty similar, I would say, in a way. It is just a slight step up, I feel. And that is that you really want to use that team and really start thinking strategically about what legends you are using, because you really have to look at the meta that's currently going ahead. There'll be certain metas that pop up, like the Bangalore meta and the Catalyst meta and the Caustic meta. There'll be different metas that kind of work, and there'll be specific metas for ranked, there'll be specific metas for competitive. So you really want to see what is working right now and then use your team, have your team use that meta. And when we get to Masters, it's pretty difficult, this rank, because you're literally going against the best of the best. And so all it basically comes down to at this point is just improving your overall aim and what characters you use. If you use a specific character, make sure you're really fucking damn good at them, because whatever you use, you're gonna have to be the best at it, because you're versing masters. And so probably the biggest tip is to make sure you go in the firing range and warm up every time you start playing, because you're gonna have a pretty difficult time. And the biggest tip for Apex Predator, if you are at this rank, to be honest, I can't really give you a tip, but if there was one, It would be endurance, because when you're at Apex Predator, you're at the top rank. So the only thing you're actually going for after that is probably number 1 or top 100. And so the biggest thing with that is to have endurance, play the game a load. And so you want to really put a lot of time aside to make sure that you're doing good, and obviously endurance being that you're doing good consistently as well. So yeah, hopefully these tips was helpful for you guys, because obviously I've been to every rank and I see that there is that type of progression that you see. You know, when you watch some gameplay of someone, you can kind of guess what rank they are, and that's the kind of progression that you see. You see some bronze and silver players, you go, you don't really know how to play the game. You're learning the game. That's what you're kind of at. When you get a gold and platinum, you start seeing people are starting to think now. People are really starting to think. When you get a diamond, masters, and apex predator, you go, wow, these people know how to play the game. It's just the kind of it sometimes comes down to RNG, with the fact that the ring can pull somewhere, and then all of a sudden you do not have the best position because the ring pulled somewhere else, and so the other team has it. And so a lot of the time it comes down to RNG. It doesn't actually come down to your personal skill, because so many people at these ranks are very, very highly skilled. And so literally sometimes it just comes down to RNG that you just cannot control. But yeah, really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully it was helpful as well. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.